when did you fall in love with like women in hip hop? All right. And that song that you just heard was Ghetto by is it Azela, Gloss Up, Glorilla, Slimeroni, and K Carbone. And I don't know if anybody listening remembers, but we actually talked about another one of their songs a few episodes ago. It was called Set the Tone. And that was more like a freestyle cipher type
right,
situation.
Definitely just like girls.
Everybody hop in.
Yeah. Everybody hop in, get a verse. This is a little bit more structured, but I love this video. I saw it trending on TikTok. I saw it on TikTok a couple times. It came up on my For You page. It's so really cute. Yes, it's so cute. Nice. It's so black. I love them. I think they've improved as rappers even since I heard that first song. And I appreciate the resurfacing of like groups, you know? Like let's come together.
I don't know if they're a group though.
They're not? Why are they always rapping together?
They're a group.
They should be a group.
Okay, well, I do like them together. Let me make it clear. Like they could be a group, but I don't know if they are a group.
Okay, well,
I would be behind that.
Yeah, I mean, they should be a group. That's my thought.
It's like there's like 6 of them, and it's like, imagine a rap girl like in sync, like, you know,
like together as a group, like a Fifth Harmony, but good.
But good, yeah.
Y'all know I always say I want the girls to boy band this shit, so
they should. They should. Look at all the success that One Direction had.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And now look, they all in solo. And what's his name? Harry Styles. Girl, they love him. Did you know that? I did not know he was.
No,
I was really shocked to learn that he was that popular. I swear to God, I didn't know. I swear to God, I didn't know he had it like that. So that was that was surprising for me. I mean, people line up, camping out to see this nigga. I didn't even know it was like that. But that anyway, that's Ghetto.
I like the song too, though.
That's the name of the song. That's the name of the song.
No, I love this song. I think, well, I didn't know that it was surfacing around TikTok, but
me either.
I came across it. It was just like one of those nights where you're like, oh, I want to listen to new music. So you just kind of see what's out there. And I added it to my Spotify playlist, forgot about it. And then I want to say like 3 or 4 days later, I went back and I was like, oh, what song is this? Like, when did I add this song? Like, what is it? Like, I forgot that I had listened to it. And then when I was listening, I was like, oh shit, I fucking like this song. Like, this got to be our song. Da, da, da. And I was like, wait, where did you find this song? Like, I forgot.
Yes.
Okay. Straight out of Memphis. Those are Memphis girls.
I love Memphis. Yes. I love Memphis rappers. Like,
they have a really good. They have a really good sound, and
yeah, they have an interesting sound. Yeah. I like it.
So I love that. Okay, so welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Where My Girls At. And if you're listening to this when it drops, happy Mother's Day to all the women out there who celebrate. You know, we would be nothing without you.
Shout out to the moms.
Shout out to the moms. Shout out to my mom, to Shermie's mom, to Brianna's mom. Shout out to all the moms out there. The grandmas, the aunties who become
the rapping moms.
The rapping moms. Shout out to them.
The DJ moms. The
DJ moms. Shout out to, that's what this episode is about. We're talking about moms today and baby mamas. But before we do that, let's just check in. How we doing, y'all? What's up? What's going on? Shermie, you sound like you had quite a time. You've had quite a time.
Y'all could tell by my voice.
Your voice sounds terrible.
It's always me that messes up the recordings. It's always me.
Yes, we were supposed to start recording at 9. It is 9:27, and that is only because Shermie had issues with her computer. And
I got audio issues. I have voice issues. Remember last time we were supposed to record, and I sound
and then your voice,
and you had no voice.
You had literally
no voice,
and you still came out here like, I can do it.
She's like, I can do it.
I said, what? Girl, go to sleep. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
God. But yeah, I've been out damn near every day this week, so.
Aww. I'm coming to Chicago next weekend. You know.
I know.
I'm only gonna be there Friday through Sunday, and I can only hang out Friday night because I'm gonna be there for my brother. He's graduating college, but we definitely have to go out Friday night when I'm in Chicago.
You
Yes,
guys got a
girl.
link.
I got a list of places we could go.
Not a list.
We're not gonna go to all of them. We're not gonna go to all.
A list.
I'm gonna let
She knows
let
all
you
the
choose the
bouncers.
vibes.
Not
Actually,
a
I've been
list.
putting in hella work this this past couple weeks of like trying to meet DJs, promoters, and
Period.
bouncers, so
Getting
me and my
ready.
friends can have a good summer.
Yeah, getting ready for the summer.
Period.
Yeah,
I
you're
should
doing the
be
work.
I should be doing the same.
The field work.
My friends would
Yeah,
be
I've been
so
doing hella field
ungrateful.
work.
My friends would be so ungrateful. They would be like, I don't want to go. I'm like, what? Like, come on. You're only this young once. You want to stay in the house and watch
Exactly.
Netflix? Come on. Get up and
That's why I
shake
be
some
telling my
ass.
friends, like, get up. Who cares if you got
Shake
work in
some
the morning,
ass.
bitch? You work
Talking
from
about
home.
saving money. The planet is dying. What are you saving for? It's not going to be here in like 30, 40, 50 years.
Money
What the fuck
isn't
are you
even
saving
real.
for? There's no such thing as retirement
Money's not
anymore.
real.
I hope you know that. There's
Oof.
no such thing as retirement. Just give up. What the fuck are
That's
you
what I
doing
do.
a 401k,
Okay.
403b for what?
I was like, as someone who has a 401k, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to that.
Okay, girl.
But money is definitely not real though in some ways. So moral of the story, go out.
Spending.
Exactly.
That's the moral of the story.
That's the moral of the story for everybody listening to this. Fuck that
Oh.
savings account. Go on that vacation.
Period. Exactly.
Yes.
I'm
I
trying
do have
to think.
an announcement.
Go ahead.
Though.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wait,
Yes.
we
Oh,
got
you
an
said you had an
announcement.
announcement. You said you had an announcement.
Yeah. So my friends and
You're
I
pregnant.
are going.
Okay.
Why the hell would she tell us that?
Listen.
Why would she tell us that on here?
Listen, we're trying to get text backs. Like, we're trying to get text backs before we could get there. Like, there has to be some steps before
Wait,
that.
now we trying to get the text back.
Listen, been there.
No, but I'm going to something in the water in DC.
Really?
19th, yeah.
Oh,
so the girls that are going to be there, Bia, Baby Tate, Chloe and Halle are going to be there. They're not rap girls, but I'm trying to think who else was on there.
We care about them.
Tierra Whack is going to be there. Tiana Taylor. Who else from our group? But just a bunch of people. Lakia is going to be there.
So basically, Brianna's gonna be live Instagramming from our account. So make sure you're following us on Instagram. Brianna's gonna be.
It's gonna be so much fun. It's Pharrell's concert series, so he's obviously gonna be there. But it should be fun. I'm excited.
I love that it's the week of Juneteenth. I think that's like so perfect.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's June 17th through the 19th.
Oh, see, I wouldn't be able to go anyway.
I'm gonna say I couldn't go anyways.
I have my office has recently made Juneteenth like a holiday within
Shut the fuck up. Is it a paid holiday?
Yeah, ours is too. Yeah.
Yeah, so we get Monday off.
Yeah, we get Monday off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I ain't never heard of that.
So
it just
timing.
Wait, is it a federal holiday thing now? Like
I don't know.
I don't think it's
like
your
company
federal.
has to do it.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So
I was like, damn, do I get
everybody was into diversity and stuff last year, so
come on, diversity and inclusion.
Exactly. So I'm just gonna benefit from that. So yeah.
Me, I've been up to nothing. I'm trying to get up to something. But
you gotta stop putting in your work for those connections.
Girl, I'm trying. Bree and I were just talking about this. Like, how are we making new friends this summer? It's time. So I'm definitely gonna be outside today.
Just expanding your network.
Right.
Expanding your network.
I'm gonna be outside today.
Do that.
Gonna be outside today, doing Lord knows what. But that's what it is. So let's get into some topics, guys. It's hot topic time. So
where do y'all want to start?
I kind of just want to get this Azealia Banks thing out of the way.
Tell me about it. I didn't know about it.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's how it happened. So I think Doechii or either Doechii or Azealia Banks had DM'd each other. Or Doechii DM'd Azealia Banks and she didn't think Azealia Banks was going to hit her back. But Azealia Banks did hit her back. She's like, oh, I think you're mad talented, and she was going to hop on the Crazy remix. That's what it was supposed to be. And then I think Azealia had posted the conversation to her Instagram story, like, oh, crazy remix, it's coming, it's loading, or whatever. And Doechii was like, oh my God, I'm so excited about this, like, yada, yada, yada. Not 6 hours later, Azealia Banks was then on Instagram stories talking shit about Doechii, about TDE, about all the rap girls. It wasn't 6 hours later.
Unprompted.
Unprompted as hell.
Where did that come from, though? Like, what happened?
Where does it ever come from with Azealia Banks? There was no catalyst for this.
I'm gonna say you didn't give us a pre-work as to why.
There's nothing.
Why A
there's
went to
no
Z.
Pre-work. There's no reason that it went there. It just happened. Nothing happened. She's saying that allegedly, like, the TDE management or something was trying to block it, but Doechii went on to Twitter and said they didn't even know that this was happening until you had posted about it on your Instagram story. So what are you and then they were excited about it when they found out. So Azealia Banks just got on Instagram stories like she does and just went off on Doechii.
Wait, so she just lied unprovoked?
Unprovoked?
What? That's ridiculous. All right. Anyway.
Well, that was unnecessary.
That was unnecessary.
I don't know what to say about her anymore. I just don't. It just comes out of nowhere with her.
Trying to stay relevant, maybe. I don't know.
Sometimes she'll be making perfect sense. She'll be saying things and I'm like, oh yeah, she still got some marbles up there. Then the next thing you know,
the marbles is gone.
Not 6 hours later, them motherfuckers has poof gone away. Is nothing up there. It's nothing up there.
Bro.
Okay, let's talk about this Gayle King interview with Megan Thee Stallion.
Did y'all watch the whole thing?
I did not. I couldn't watch it.
It's like 12 minutes.
Quiet. Ain't no back talk. Girl,
Right.
text messages, and y'all still want to be like, she lying. What?
When they said that Kelsey sent that message, I said,
it's not that they said, it's CBS obtained text messages. They have the text messages. Are you kidding me?
Wait, the text messages between Kelsey and Meg Security?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
That was, well... I don't really know what there is to say, honestly.
There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. I do feel sad
that's more so, I think a lot of people are just kind of like, not that I'm ready for this to be over. I mean, I think most people are, but like,
I'm ready for her.
It's kind of like harassment at this point. Like,
yeah.
And I hope after he is convicted that she can take on like some sort of civil suit and sue him for emotional damages and for slander and for harassment and get herself a nice little coin. You know what I mean? Like, not that she needs it, but like, this has been a lot for her. And people,
for 2 years. And then
when
you think about it,
2 years.
It happened like as she was peaking. Or I'm not going to say peak, but...
No, she was like on... She was
hitting a new
rising.
stride.
Yeah.
Hitting a new stride, and all that shit happens. And it's like, they just... like, she deserves something. For when this is over, I just hope she sues the shit out of him for, like, civil damage, like, emotional distress, for harassment. I hope she sues the shit out of all these bloggers the way that Cardi did, the way that Megan and Harry did. I hope because it's targeted and it's so clear. It's like, to anybody who's looking, they can see how clearly his team is trying to manipulate the media.
Right, manipulate it,
they put information out first, so then like you have to believe that. You have to believe
giving
that,
it,
and everything else is crazy.
Right, and then they're giving information to exclusive sources, and exclusive sources being like DJ fucking academics. We have strayed so far from God's light that this is who y'all are going to for news.
They know who the target audience is, though. Like, they know who they want to rile up. Yeah,
it's the people who harass her.
And anyway, what do the people who harass her do? They go talk to, they listen to DJ Academic, so.
It's true. Anyway, on to some good news. Lotto is going on tour with Lizzo, and
that is so crazy.
Big Lotto.
My girl is moving up in the world.
Big Lotto,
I said, wow, this is really her year. She's definitely about to be our contender for what's that category?
Not you forgot.
Which one?
The Queen Bee. Ain't that the Queen? It's the Queen Bee Award. Yeah.
Not you forgot. Ain't been that long since they recorded that.
Anyway,
my bad. She's definitely a contender. She put her bid in early.
She putting her bid in. You know.
Totally.
So if y'all are like feeling Lotto, make sure when time comes that y'all vote. Y'all vote for your girl because she really is putting in work. She's putting work. And now I'm thinking, like, what are they gonna collab? Like, do you think this is the pop song, the feature that she's talking about that's coming out soon?
It has to be. Because as soon as I saw like that they were going on tour, I was like, oh, Lizzo is definitely about to, I'm not gonna say help, but help Lotto
get into,
Elevator.
I was like, yeah, like help her like fully get into like the pop rap space.
And crossover.
Yeah.
So now she said she wanted it, like the girls want to cross over, you know, get some pop songs in. And who else to learn like that type of music from than Lizzo? Like she has it down pat.
There's no
She's a
better
black woman,
teacher.
So
yes, I think it's going to be amazing, and it's an arena tour, and it's Lotto's first arena tour.
So that definitely means she has to step up her show.
She is, and I do think she's capable of it. I think she's going to
step
up the show. I think we're going to get a couple more songs before this, because you know she's not performing 777 on this tour.
Yes, I'm saying she's not.
You don't think so?
No, she's probably going to do like It's Giving, Wheelie,
and
Sunshine, Big Energy, of course, is going to be performed.
Yeah.
But she's not probably going to get that much time. I feel like her set is going to be like, her set is going to be definitely
she's going to be opening,
Yeah, it's going to be less than an hour, you know? So.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say 45, 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's definitely less than an hour. Like, her set's going to be like 45 minutes, maybe at the most. So she
But I've been seeing her videos. Like of her on tour right now, and like she's been getting the choreography together and like looking real cute. So I can see it. I can see it all coming together.
She's not the best dancer in my eye, but she.
That's what I'm saying. She's doing. I'm like she's incorporating it into her stage presence, is what I'm saying. I guess, which I can be here for. Also shout out to Lizzo. It was her birthday this past week.
Yes, it was her birthday. Can you believe Lizzo's 34? I did not know Lizzo was in her 30s.
Me either. I was about to say, I didn't know she was in her 30s.
I don't think I really thought about it.
I never would have guessed that Lizzo was in her 30s. I don't think I ever really thought about it, but if I had to guess, I never would have guessed that Lizzo was in her 30s.
You was going to say like 29?
I was going to say late 20s, yeah, like 28,
yeah, like
29.
28, 29, like SZA. Like, I feel like when I think of them, they're like the same age. Like, SZA's not 30, is she?
I don't think so.
Have
you all seen that thread of like SZA lying unprovoked?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course I have. Are you kidding me? I live for it. She's Scorpio. What do you expect?
That's why I questioned her age. I was like, no.
Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows how else is this? Because that bitch just be lying. And you know what? I respect it. I don't owe you niggas the truth. I don't know none of you niggas. What are you talking about? You don't need to know if I've ever truly had a television. That's none of your business. That's none of your business.
Or if I like cake, or if I've had a birthday cake. Wasn't that another one?
Yes, she said she never had a birthday cake. Who cares? That's none of your fucking business if I've ever had a birthday cake. And I lied, the fuck you gonna do? And guess what if I lied?
Right, stop listening to Control then, huh?
Guess what if I lied? What the fuck you gonna do to me? The fuck you gonna do to me? Anyway.
So we're excited for the tour.
Excited for the tour. Okay, sorry. Coachella weekend 2.
I didn't hear anything about it, really.
No, I was going to see if you all did.
I didn't hear anything. That's what I was saying. I was like,
it's kind of quiet.
Hear or see
the second weekend is always like, not the worst weekend, but it's like, yeah.
Unless you're Beyonce.
It's like crickets.
Yeah, you know, so
we're gonna assume the girls did good.
I mean, clearly, because we didn't hear shit about it going terribly. So you know, good for them, I guess. Good for them. So Little Sims canceled her U.S. tour because it is financially unviable because she's still an independent artist. And this is something we don't talk about because artists do make most of their money from...
That's the general consensus. Like, oh, you broke, go on tour.
But what about the people who don't have, that kind of, who don't have that, label behind them or management behind them to pay for that? What do they do? What do they do?
Right. And I thought this was interesting because this is off her getting the Brit Award, and then like
this album that was really big.
Album last year. I'm gonna say it was really big. So the fact that she had to cancel it is just kind of like, I don't know. It's interesting to have so much success leading into this.
No, I hope it doesn't impact her trajectory in terms of like exposure to like new people by being able to do these tours.
I mean, yeah, because I think that's what these tours are for.
I'm about to say that's what tours do.
Well, I was gonna say, but I feel like, I don't know, with COVID and everything that has happened, people have gotten creative in terms of like virtual streaming, like Twitch. Or I even saw Meg Thee Stallion is doing these like virtual concerts and stuff like that. Like, but I guess if financing is the problem, then I guess like being able to
that makes it hard. Yeah, if financing is the problem, it just makes it harder to do. So
I wish she would have got on some festivals.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, why not start there and make your own tour out of like going to festivals, but like, are people just not booking her? Like, is Little Sims doing Wireless Festival? Is that a thing? Do we know?
I don't know.
I think she has to. Let me see. Wait, let's double check. Excuse us for our brief intermission.
Yes. I don't know what the hell beach.
Yes, so she will be at Wireless Fest.
Okay,
okay, good. I'm glad. Perfect. Well,
hopefully she gets some exposure there.
Perfect.
That's the UK festival, so
I mean, so it's like the people, but it's like the people who already know and love her are gonna be there. And this US tour, I feel like, was for people who don't know and who don't know much about Little Sims. So it does suck, but I mean, it's just real. Like, niggas is not out here big balling. Like, there are a handful of artists who are just balling. You know what I mean? The rest of these motherfuckers are living paycheck to paycheck like the rest of us. Okay,
like the rest of us. The paycheck is a little bit bigger, but it's still paycheck
but listen,
to paycheck.
So are their expenses. So at the end of the day, it's the same. It's the same. Again. So that sucks, and I hope go stream Little Sims. Go stream her latest album. She just dropped in March, right? What was it called? Hold on one second.
It was last year.
No, it wasn't. It was in March. No, hold on.
All right, back to intermission. You're right.
It was last year.
It was last year.
I thought it was last year.
She won the Brit and everything off that.
It was last year. It was last year.
It's called Sometimes I Might Eat You.
Okay. Yep. My bad. Anyway, let's talk about the music. Meg finally dropped Plan B, giving us I love it. I love it so much.
You love the song?
I love this song. I really do.
I'm not sure that I've had this on repeat as much as like the hype, the anticipation of the song had on me. Okay. But I do appreciate her going into a different bag now. Like, I think this will be this was a good preview into like what's going to be on her album. Like, in terms of like that, what type of flow was that? Kind of like, I don't know. I got like Little Kim, like Eve type of vibes.
Kim vibes.
It was 90s all over it. Like
90s all over it. She even sampled Jodeci.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't have it on repeat right now, but it made me excited for what new music is going to come from her soon.
Yeah, I agree. I don't. Oh, so you want to go?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you though, Bree. It's not necessarily on repeat. However, I do appreciate it. If that makes sense.
I hear you. I totally hear you. I like the song. Like, I love the We Not Humping remix. That just been on steady.
Bitch, that shit is good. That shit was good.
Constant repeat. Constant repeat.
That shit was good.
Endless replay value. I mean,
wait, can I tell y'all a story?
This is like our podcast manifested, like these two linking up, it's everything for us. We are over here like absolutely losing our minds. You guys really don't get it. You guys listening, you really don't, or you do get it because you listen to us talk about them. But go ahead.
We talk about them all the time. But
talk about them all the time.
But when the song first came out, like, I had went to go listen to it like as soon as it came out, like randomly.
Hell yeah.
And so the first link that I had saw, it was just Mona Leo, like, the song, and then like a Flo Milli verse like at the end. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, this was not that good. Like, damn, I thought this was gonna be better.
What the fuck?
Because I was pissed. I was like, oh my God, like, this is not what I thought this was gonna be. Like, it wasn't even the beginning that, we got with the video. It was just the song and then a Flo Milli verse at the end. I was just like, ew, like, I was so pissed. And then a couple days later, I had to go back and I was like, oh, wow. Whatever that shit was, I just clicked. That wasn't it. So I had to go.
Now you're 1, 2, 3 movie ads.
Right.
I had to go back and I was like, oh wait, this is the one. Like, this is the one that they was.
This is the actual one. And it was a real remix too, because it's
exactly.
like Mona Leo, like definitely different flows and stuff like that. So I appreciate it.
You get a little bit of a beat change. I like that.
I love that. Yeah.
Go stream that one. Go stream that one, y'all.
Go ahead, Bree.
I was gonna say, so the other song from Flo Milli though, PBC, I do not like it.
I have not listened to it again after I listened to it that first time.
So I think it's nice in the sense that, like, embracing, like, I think especially her being a darker skinned female, being able to, like, I don't know, like, promoting this in a positive way. But I'm like, I didn't like
the song. I have not.
Unfortunately,
this one wasn't. Yeah,
it was a miss for me.
That even she makes mistakes. Even Flo Milli makes mistakes. Okay, I have to talk about "We Go Up" because before I said I didn't like the song.
I'm gonna say you said that.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, really?
I've changed my mind. I really
like the TikTok sound? Is it because of the TikTok sound?
No. I just went back and listened to it again after we talked about it, and I changed my mind. I like the song. I don't care about the video. It's this video is very New York drill, type of video. Like, we're just a bunch of niggas, and then also Nicki Minaj doing a bunch of random shit. So I don't really care about the video.
The random shit threw me off. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those videos. Like, it's drill. You know what they do in drill videos? They do whatever the fuck they want. It doesn't matter. But
can we all agree that the song is kind of long?
The song is very long.
Yes,
the song is very long. The song is very long. But
it's all right. It's all right. I still think it's all right.
I think it's a foreshadowing of things to come.
Again, with drill, or for Nicki Minaj?
No, for Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
I don't really care what anybody's saying about drill because I'm like, oh, you guys finally caught up.
Okay, we don't give a fuck over here. Chicago niggas don't give a fuck.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really give a fuck. Like, no shade, but like, everybody's like, oh, they're putting this on the map. I'm like, no, baby, we already did that.
The map
was
already
every
here.
country. That's why every country has drill now, but we're not gonna go there. I listened to the Trina song featuring Lotto, and I was like, okay, this is cute.
It's all right.
Okay, it was all right. It wasn't anything where I was like, I mean, hey, I listened to it and I was like, okay, this is cute. Right. I don't really care for it. I think Trina could have done a better job on it. I don't know. I think everybody could have done a better job on it.
It was there.
It was there. Yeah, it was there.
And then I haven't heard the Baby Tate songs yet.
Me either. Shermie, have you listened to them?
I haven't listened to them yet.
Not us. Not
us. We're not doing our homework.
I'm cutting this out.
Like I said, y'all, I'm taking in music slow, so.
All right, and cut.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any other new songs was out here.
Or any other songs you all discovered and rediscovered and was like, yeah.
I've been listening to Doechii a lot lately.
Okay.
That's all, really. I've just been listening to Doechii a ton lately.
Persuasive,
because
it's been my
Persuasive
song.
has been on repeat, but Crazy? Oh, honey. Honey, I have not stopped playing that.
I haven't fully listened to that.
Oh, I love that song so much. It's so fucking good. When she starts screaming, no, it does something to me. It does something to me. Okay,
you like that though. Like you do like rage rap.
I love rage rap. I love Rico Nasty and all of her counterparts. So yeah, let's talk about our main topic then. If we have no other new music to get into.
Yep.
Yeah,
guys.
Other new music.
Guys, it is Mother's Day, and originally this episode was going to drop on Mother's Day, but I misinterpreted what Shermie meant when she said that. So this episode is actually just going to drop at its regular time instead of on Mother's Day. Although it still could drop on Mother's Day, so I don't know, but
we'll see.
Now that we've recorded, we'll see how quickly I actually get this edited with everything I have to do in the next week. But the point is that it's time for us to talk about rappers, baby mamas, and girlfriends, and that whole subculture of hip hop and how influential I think it actually is in hip hop culture. In hip hop culture today, but also always in hip hop culture. You know, this whole baby mama culture has always been a thing in hip hop. You know, and people don't rappers most times don't rap about their wives. They call them their baby mamas, and how, you know, a lot of white people try and like co-opt that. So I want to know how you guys feel about it, about rapper baby mama culture, and who do you think of when you think of rapper baby mama culture, and what do you think of those people, and just the whole of it.
You want me to start?
I mean, anybody, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was asking Bree. So when I think of baby mama culture, the first two people who automatically come to mind are Jada and Ari.
Because people are... I'm going to be Jada Wada.
Same.
I'm going to be Jada Wada.
People are always talking about
That's the name of this episode now. I just thought about it.
We love finding the name of the episode within the
episode, and then I never edit it out. Never edit it out.
You can't. They have to see the thought process or hear the thought
process.
Exactly.
This is all stream of consciousness, guys. We do very little planning.
I think of them too because a lot of people are always referencing them or talking about them, but they talk about them in such a negative way. So like people are always questioning why someone looks up to them, what makes them special and stuff like that. So honestly, when I was thinking about this episode and just like what I wanted to talk about with it, because like, yeah, I didn't have no real structure with it. What brought me to want to do this is because I don't know if y'all saw that video of that girl who was like, well, I don't y'all want to be like Ari and Jada.
Yep, saw it.
And like
everybody saw it.
And I was just like,
I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Why are people so like against them or like anti them? And it's not like based on anything. It's not like we've seen Ari or Jada be bad people, and then you're like, okay, I don't like them as a person.
Well, maybe
because they punched somebody in the face. Okay, Ari
might be. Some people.
But okay. But here's the thing.
She playing sad music. She wants y'all to feel bad for her. Oh
no. But here's the thing: when people are talking about them, they never talk about it based on the fact that like they think Ari is a bad person. It's always like, well, why are you looking up to a baby mama? Like stuff like that. So I don't know. When I was thinking through it and just like trying to figure out where to go with it, I think what I want the outcome of this episode to be is for a lot of people to kind of like, I don't want to sound like super woke or whatever, but like think through y'all anti-blackness, because the way y'all talk about them is very much like rooted in it. Like
exactly.
Even I was about to say,
even from a black person, I'm like, the way y'all talk about them and reference them, it's very like, why the fuck do you have what you have? Like you're not supposed to look happy online or like have the money that you have because you're not with that nigga no more, and you just have a child.
And I was about to say, and I was gonna say, it's almost like baby mama and like black culture is like synonymous to like getting my MRS degree, which I would hear from like white women saying like, I'm going to college to get my MRS degree. So, and if you guys don't know what that means, it's getting a husband, finding a husband in college. And so, and it's like also living the same type of lifestyle, right? So it's like, I'm trying to find me my man so I can drive my Suburban, you know, stay at home, do whatever, chill, hang out with girls, and like not have really any like any major responsibilities, let's say,
and
of like withholding a household.
And I think their thought process is it wasn't supposed to be like this, you know?
Right.
Like they weren't, you're not ever supposed to have this. I'm only supposed to have this. This is a culture that, you know, you think that I don't deserve to be a part of. And my thing is like, while I don't like, you know, sit around and idolize them, or, you know, I don't really care that much about them or what they do, you know, I'm also like not rooting against them. Like I don't ever, I'm not sitting here talking negatively about them, because think of like you said, Shermy, like everything that they have to say about them is rooted in such like anti-blackness and like very rooted in misogyny and you know, wanting to take women down a peg. But it's like it's the same shit that you uplift people like the Kardashians for, you know,
like you would never question someone being like, why do you look up to Kim Kardashian? Why do you look up to Kylie Jenner? When both of them, if you think about like how people define baby mamas, are baby mamas.
They're baby mamas.
Both of them got kids by niggas that they not with.
Yeah. And have jumped from this nigga to that famous nigga to that famous nigga to that famous nigga. But y'all would never talk about them the way y'all do Lori Harvey.
Okay.
They would never say the same things about the Kim Kardashian and Khloe Kardashian and Kylie and what all of them, the way they try and dog Lori Harvey and all these black, you know, influencers. Like they're all influencers.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We live in the era of people, like anybody with the right personality and all that other stuff can be famous or be relevant. So why is it hard to believe that maybe just the fact that they're young, they appear to be rich, and they appear to have a good time online is what inspires people? Like, it don't have to do shit with her being connected with Baby or being connected with Herb and stuff like that.
And
you don't think it has to do with being, I was going to say, you don't think it has to do with being connected to...
In their case, I don't think 100%. I don't think 100%.
Not 100%, but I think it does. And here's why. This is what I was just about to say. Is I think having that element of having this famous, you know, relationship and having a baby mama who's like an influencer and very famous elevates a rapper's status, you know, because it's like you have everything, you know, you have this bad bitch at home, you know, and she's got this whole audience and following over here, and it really elevates you as a rapper. And I think a lot of rappers use that to their advantage.
That's why they get these girlfriends. That's
why they get these girlfriends. That's why they get these girlfriends.
That's why they fake relationships. Because now we talk about them. Think about it. No, like actually think about it. Before Ari and before Ari and Herb got together, how much did you actually hear about Herb? When you think about it now, when people are talking about Herb, what are they talking about? Ari online yelling at Tiana, calling her the what she called her, the babysitter.
She
or
be
whatever.
hitting that baby.
Every time
I just know she be hitting that baby. You ain't gonna tell me she like that baby. She don't like him. But Yoshan is he's very articulate. He ain't gotta lie.
But even Little Baby, like most of the time when you see him trending, what is it about? Oh, I think him and Jada's back together. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, that's true.
I know I've said on this podcast that like men don't have to have a personality in order to. I want to retract it a little bit because I don't think they have to have the personality. We somewhat get access to them through the girlfriend, if that makes sense.
Exactly, and it makes them more personable, and it kind of elevates their status in that way, like India and Dirk. It's the same kind of situation. Like I think him having this whole come up where he's like, you know, very much getting all these big features, going on tours and all this is happening at the same time that his relationship is becoming like, relationship goals and, you know, shit like that. And it's elevating it. And I think she has a big part to do with all of his, you know, recent, you know, I'm not going to say success, but I'm going to say entering a different level in his career, a different level in his career. And
all of them play that role, though.
They play that role,
yeah.
It's not something that's a foreign concept. Hollywood has been faking relationships for centuries now, since the beginning. You know, to make you look better.
Right. I say it's like the equivalent. What's the male equivalent to? What is it? Lady in the streets, freaking the sheets. So like, what attracts people to them? to the male rappers like that are in relationships is because you get these really raunchy lyrics of like, fuck these thoughts, like I don't like these hoes. But then when you see it play out in real life on Instagram, they fucking decorating
whole hotel
rooms and stuff. So it's like
and you see it happening in real time.
Right. Buying all those expensive gifts, and it's just it looks glamorous. It looks fun.
Yeah,
it looks exciting.
Yeah,
like
true.
And it's not like these people like get into these relationships thinking that it's gonna fail. Like they probably, even if you think of the worst thing in the world, like they probably still want that relationship to last, or like
yeah.
So it's not like these people are just like signing up. Well, these girls are just like getting with these rappers in hopes of just like a come up. Like they actually want to be loved too. Like they actually want a relationship too.
Well, I guess that's probably the assumption I think that folks are making, that they're just trying to make a come up, and like why they shouldn't be viewed as role models. And I don't know, like I guess I can see both sides of the coin in the sense of like, okay, I guess the rhetoric has always been that it's like they're just trying to make a come up. They're just trying to get famous, get a Fashion Nova deal, blah blah blah, whatever.
And they do
and dip. And I also see the other side of folks who are just like wanting to be loved and like happen to be in this like lifestyle with this guy who ends up, let's say, treating them right for relatively
for the gram.
But I don't know, for the gram. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Would you all think about if you all had daughters right now, right? And they're following like Indy, Ari, Jada, all these girls. Like, what would your conversations with them look like in terms of like if they were like, oh, I'm trying to be like her?
I think number one, like my thing is then in what aspect? Do you not have I raised a child who doesn't have goals, who doesn't have ambitions, who doesn't want to do anything, and you just want to be a kept woman? Because that's one thing. But if it's like I want to use this to leverage my position to then branch out and start my own brand, what the fuck is wrong with that? People do that
that's
all the time. That's what nepotism is. That's what nepotism is.
Yeah,
that's what nepotism is.
I didn't think about that.
Because why the fuck would I just have someone why would I be with someone and they have a good like following online, and we all know you can make money online now, and not how your ass work? Bitch, you gotta work too.
Exactly.
You gotta do something.
You gotta do something, baby. Because ain't no grown motherfucker finna sit in my house fully capable.
We all gotta make bread, baby.
We all gotta make a bag.
Go sell some lashes. Go sell some bundles. Go sell some bundles. Go sell some tracksuits. Get your ass up and go work.
That's one thing people cannot say about these girls. They be hustling.
Work.
They be working. Okay?
Girl,
is the quality shitty? Probably, but they be working.
6 figures. For club appearances, they getting 6 figures. You not finna sit here and talk shit about a bitch like that to me. You just not finna do that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
It's work. Work is work.
It's work. Work is work. And my thing is, and this is just to go back to the point you made about role models, Bree, is like, I feel a way about that word, about that whole concept of role models. Because my thing is, why not raise your own kids? Why the fuck I gotta be a person who raises your kids for you?
No, that's fair. It's like I think we put obligations on celebrities, like not even just like people who are rappers, like politicians,
just anybody
as
who's
well.
relevant.
Anyone who's on television, on your screens, to like withhold a certain amount of like responsibility. But at the end of the day, it's not their responsibility to be showing, acting a certain way in order to influence the youth. I think I agree with you in some regard like that, Mariah, of like, you should be doing that. You should be setting the example in the house, and then like not necessarily looking outward, unless there is someone who is a celebrity who does take that responsibility on and takes it seriously.
True, but that's a very case by case basis. But my thing is if you, like you said, you are in the house, you're setting this example, you're teaching these kids right from wrong, you're teaching them to think on their own. When you send them out into the world, they're going to be able to discern from, oh, this is what this person is doing, or this is what this person is doing or not doing. And I have a choice to make of if I'm going to blindly follow or have I been taught to know better. And that's my thing is you have people out here like, how dare people, like, remember when Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion released WAP and they're like, I got kids, man. So you telling me you can't raise your kids? You're expecting celebrities and musicians to raise? This is my job. I don't give a fuck about your kids. I'm not your babysitter. That's not my job. And so my thing is about the whole baby mama culture and how people want to vilify women who are doing the same thing that all these influencers.
Them. Yeah.
They really want to vilify them and make it seem like you're tarnishing Lil Baby's brand. Actually, I think she's helped his brand quite a bit. Quite a bit.
That's more than quite a bit.
Quite a bit. I think Ari helped Herb quite a bit. I think she's helped Moneybagg Yo so much. That nigga looks completely different than he did before he got with her. Okay? And is it a completely different face in his career? So don't downplay the influence and the role that these women have on rappers' careers.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me. It reminds me of when we were talking to Adiria, and she was talking about how they're called, like, the rappers are calling, like, the strippers and stuff for the videos, because, you know,
exactly,
it adds sexiness and da-da-da.
Yes.
But I think in this case,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, these girlfriends add a layer to their personality that they can't do on their own. Like, nope. I remember I was on TikTok and I was just scrolling through, and a piece of what's that, Roy and who the people from Joe Budden? Roy?
I don't know.
Roy and Mal, the guys from who was on the Joe Budden podcast. Ain't that their name?
I don't know. I never listened to the Joe. I don't know.
Okay, well, remember, the two guys who was on the Joe Budden podcast who, like, end up falling out with Joe Budden. They have their own podcast now. But a clip of their podcast came up, and it was talking about Wale. And I was like, oh, like, what is Wale missing? Like, why doesn't he stick? Da da da. And then one of them was like, Wale just needs, like, a chill girlfriend that everyone can relate to. Da da da.
See?
I was like, oh, so everybody's ready to admit now that these girlfriends and, like, baby mamas
really
are worth, like, they're not just, like, what the fuck? Why are these girls here? That they're needed. They're very much a part of the equation.
They're a part of the equation. They're a big part of the package, of the upgrade package, let's say, of the presidential suite, of the upgrade, the things that you get when you enter the presidential suite. You can't get without one of these girlfriends.
Exactly. Also,
do you think that? I
was gonna say.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think someone else who gets, like, in this conversation as well, but, like, her conversation is by itself, is Sierra. Like, people are always putting, like, they're always questioning why she's happy after having a child with Future. I think that's what it is. People are questioning why are they happy after being with someone who I guess they deem as negative or
well, she's not with him anymore, so...
I was about to say, she's, like, with the complete opposite.
But that's why people question, like, why are you happy after being with Future, who we all think is a bad person? So even, like, Ari in them case, like, why are y'all still successful? Why are y'all still relevant? Like, you're not with the person who's supposed to be the relevant one anymore. Like, you're supposed to be gone. But here's the thing, just because not every baby mama's going to be known. So if that was the case, we would have known all of Future's baby mamas. But, like, it's clearly something else about them that keeps them relevant, that keeps them exciting. So, I don't know. It's just a lot of questioning their happiness because being a baby mama is such a negative thing.
It's treated that way. Unless you're like Rihanna, you know, or you're like Sierra, and then it's like, oh, you know, have kids with this nigga, have kids with that nigga, whatever. But when you're, you know, in the situation where you don't necessarily have talent, quote unquote, then people look at you in a different way, and all of a sudden you're a vulture. You know, you are just looking for a come up. You know, you trapped this man with this kid, you know?
Oh, they love the trap. They love this bitch is trying to trap me. Who?
Please. You think somebody want to be stuck with this nigga? Come on now.
Go listen to Plan B by Meg Thee Stallion.
Please.
But go, Brie. What was you about to say?
No, I was gonna say it's almost like in a similar vein as what you were talking about, Chermy. But I was gonna say, like, in in conversation, obviously we've talked about the negative of like being a baby mom, but also like again like Sierra or like the Cardi B. I remember when Cardi B got pregnant.
Yeah,
I was upset
because
I was like, oh, like this is going to be a complete like deterrent from her career. Like she's already such a rising star. This is going to take away from it. And I also thought on the other side of it, like, oh, she's with Amigo as well. Like, is she only going to be pigeonholed to this like certain box? So like in regards to like people who have like I guess gone beyond the I guess narrative of being a baby mama. Who else do you think kind of fits in that category? Like Cardi B, Sierra. Who else?
That's a good question.
I don't know, but what I will say on the Cardi B tip, I think Offset had to fit into her life, not her fit into his. Because when you think about when they got together, it was Cardi B on the rise. Like, yes, Amigos was who they were, but like it was very clear that Cardi B was the star. So I feel like he had to fit into her role. But even if you look at their relationship or even look back at like Quavo, what you say?
I said he trapped her.
He trapped her.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, if you look at their relationship, even if you go back to like Sweetie and Quavo,
I think that helped him more than it helped
exactly.
her.
That's what I'm saying. That was the point that I was going to get to.
Definitely.
Like these guys know like who to be associated with.
For sure. Oh, for sure, they know exactly what they're doing, and that's the whole thing. Is then they don't even come out and defend all of this that's happening, all of this vitriol that these women are getting, when these women are such a huge part of the reason that they are in the place that they are in now.
Right. It's like they just kind of let it happen. And I'm like, so a lot of people, when they talk about like baby mama culture, to be honest, I really actually don't like that word or that phrase because like it puts so much weight on the women as if like they signed up for this, like they just thought that they wasn't gonna be with their baby daddy. Like it doesn't really put any onus on the men because like y'all broke up or like
there's no
so I don't like that. But when people talk about like baby mama culture, like the negative side, and like try to convince people like, oh, you should look up to them, yada yada yada, they always talk about like, well, you don't know what type of not abuse, but like what am I trying to say? I guess like what type
of they've gone through.
Yeah, you don't know what they've gone through. You don't know their story. But like, how much of that, like what they've gone through, is like commentary about them from other people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like people like constantly being like, who are you? And like, why are you relevant? Da da da. Like, how much of that abuse is coming from other people, not necessarily within the relationship and stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes sense
for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Was there any other stuff from like the videos you had sent? You sent a couple of videos, Shermie.
Oh my gosh! So yeah, I sent a bunch of videos. Honestly, no shade to the girls who like I put in there. It was only one video that I really liked, and it was the first one by Cecily, bad fat black girl. I think that's what she goes by. That was the only one that I actually liked. I've been wanting somebody on YouTube like a Julesy, Fab Socialism, Khadijah, something like that, to do a video on this because like they do real research and like they come with facts and stuff like that. I swear like all the videos that we have is more so just people voicing their opinion. So like it's not shit that I can do with your opinion, like no shade.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
None of them like really put in like any critical work or critical thought to it because I think there is something like there is some like research that can be added to it and like I don't know, like to make this conversation like super full. I don't know where to necessarily start with it. That's why I'm like, where the video essay girls at to talk about this?
Where the video essay girls?
No, I like that video essay girls.
But like, yeah, I just feel like there's, like I said, I feel like there's like a layer of anti-blackness a part of this.
Right. I hadn't thought about.
That gets missed. And so, like, I need one of them to, like, do a video on it so I can be able to articulate why a lot of this rhetoric around is around them and, like, about these girls is very much anti-Black. Because when that girl dropped that video and people were saying that, like, oh, like, it's very anti-Black, da-da-da. People are like, oh, y'all are overthinking it. Like, y'all doing too much. She just said she wants to be a stay-at-home mom. And I'm like, well, Jada and Ari are damn near fucking stay-at-home moms. Like,
exactly.
You damn near want to be them, sis. Like, a lot of people just use them as, like, the butt of the joke, or, like, use them to, like, set themselves up to look better. And, like, I don't think people understand or realize how anti-Black that is.
For sure it is.
Yeah. So if any of the girlies are listening to this, please do a research video on it. I could attempt to help if you want. But
or come on the show.
Yes, come on the show and talk with us about it.
Come and chat with us about it. This is a conversation I think is much more, nuanced than the conversation that we're having now.
Right.
So who knows? It could go a lot further, but I wish all the best for those women, and I wish them, safety and love, because I think a lot of the violence that they're getting in online is, is much more real and than people are making it out to be. Like, that kind of shit can really get to somebody. So I think they don't deserve that. That's it's very violent and unnecessary.
Right, and I also want to make it clear, like, a lot of times when people have this conversation and they're on the defendant side, a lot of people rhetoric is like, oh, you just want to, like, defend Ari or defend Jada or da-da-da, stuff like that. And it's not necessarily about defending them per se, like, them as the person. Them. Like, yeah, I could truly care less about them. But it's more so about really getting people to realize that, like, a lot of the stuff that you all are saying, or, like, how you talk about them is very
violent.
Yeah, it is. So it's not about defending them. It's not that we're trying to make them angels. It's not that we're even trying to make them your role models. Like, ain't nobody saying you got to look up to them. It's just that how you speak about them and how you try to use them. Yeah.
And how you think about them. They're also having a livelihood that they are trying to keep up with.
Right. Like, that's the part that people are trying to flip. No one wants to make you Jada Waiter, okay?
Nobody. You don't have to be Jada Waiter.
Right. You don't have to look up to her. Like y'all love to say, Black women are a monolith. It's like, yeah, we know that.
Exactly.
But, like, do you really know that? Because why?
Do you know that? Do you practice it like you practice
it? So, nice. Happy Mother's Day, ladies.
Happy Mother's Day!
We love the baby mamas over here. We love the baby mamas.
And thank you guys for listening to this episode. Shout out to all the baby mamas out there, to the mothers, like we said, the aunts, the grandmas, whoever is taking care of these babies out here. The world does not move without you. Thank you so much. And we'll catch you guys in the next episode. So bye.
Bye. See y'all.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Where My Girl's At, brought to you by Textured Air, a brand dedicated to celebrating Black girl culture, past, present, and future. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. It really helps. You can find us on Twitter at WhereMyGirlsAt2 and Instagram, WhereMyGirlsAt_TH. Make sure you check out our other podcasts, Does It Hold Up?, The Blacklist, and all the other content we offer on our website, texturedair.com. Until next time.